Welcome to the Intuition Hour with Katt Nicholson, where our wonderful host Katt encourages each and every one of you to build your own intuition, navigate your own connection with spirit, and tap into the deep beauty within yourself. Enjoy the Intuition Hour with Katt Nicholson.
Hello, everyone, and happy Monday. Welcome to the Intuition Hour. I am so excited to be with all of you today, and I am your host, Katt Nicholson. It is going to be a very good week for all. Today is August the 25th, 2025. It is 12:05 here on the central portion of hot and steamy Florida. And I am super excited that September is around the corner. I want to welcome all of you today to YouTube as we are streaming live. And I'm super happy. I'm so happy for you too. I'm so happy to see everyone. And thank you so much. Thank you. Happy Monday to you, twin. Good morning to everyone coming on in. We have a chat room here over on YouTube. We're going to be taking some questions today. I do have a little banter about this Virgo new moon. And hello, Miss Shelley. I'm so happy you joined us today. And everyone here, thank you so much. I am really looking forward to doing some great readings. Thank you to all of the One to Listen advisors, psychics, and astrologers who are with us today. I really, really appreciate it. I definitely love that. Serena is behind the scenes. We had other plans, but believe me when I tell you guys, I am definitely making my way to all of you very, very soon. I know I'm gonna come live with you. I had every intention on starting, but life had a little bit of a different plan for us right now. So we'll get here, I promise. And I'm really, really looking forward to it, okay? I have some people in mind, but I do want to remind you, if you are a new listener, thank you so, so much for being with us. And of course, I'm asking you to like and subscribe. I'm definitely happy to be on YouTube, soon be live with you on YouTube. We're making that happen. We keep trying to make it happen. And so there was a topic yesterday about it and about maybe resistance, maybe knowing the right time. Maybe Serena and I have a little joke going on about it, but this is what I'm talking about. So we want to do things and we know that doors are opening. And Virgo is a bit on the critical side, as we all know. And I'm laughing because sometimes when we carry psychic energy, and I know many of you know what I'm talking about, how many of you have gone, it's not even that anymore, Tara. You're so funny. She said, it's not scary. Don't worry about it. It's not even that at this point. It's other things that are definitely hilarious. And so what happens is the universe is in charge. We say God's in control of everything that we do, and we listen to our higher power, and we know when to make certain things happen. And then there are other moments when resistance happens or roadblocks come into play. And that's basically what's happened in the last couple of weeks. So it's kind of funny that I have been really, really making every effort, and I don't feel nervous about it or anything, but other things have been coming into the picture to make me really hold off on the timing. So over in a very short period of time, I know it's going to align. And you guys have to remember, when you have that resistance, how many of you have wanted to do something, but couldn't let it happen, or you really got comfortable with it and it still wasn't happening, or other things the universe threw at you, roadblocks, stumbling stones, whatever it may be, a tripping up, wanting to go on a trip, you finally booked a trip and something crazy happens through somebody else, or someone gets ill and can't go, or these kind of roadblocks, and it's like, okay, wait a minute, sit down, take a break, pay attention. I try to listen to the timing on everything that we do. So there's a lot of this. And I know for you, with this Virgo energy, Virgo is a little bit of a stickler around perfection. And so I think when we have to, but we tell ourselves all the time, nothing really has to be perfect. And yet that Virgo comes in and says, wait a minute, we're going to make this perfect. We're going to have to, it has to happen in this way. And so there's a little persnickety energy out there. I'm trying to avoid the resistance and it keeps finding me. So I promise this is going to change. I know in your own lives, right now with this Virgo new moon, there has been a lot of, divine timing it is, right? And I'm telling you, I love, first of all, I'll say how, I love your YouTube as well. I love your energy. I'm super happy you're with us today. And I just want to say that it is so important that the divine timing, it does teach us everything. And no matter how much, sometimes when we kick and scream and we want something to go down, it's just like something that is very, very, say we're going for, and I'll use all of you as an example. You're going for a position, and you really have every knowing that there's a couple little things wrong with it, but you want to fit that square peg in a round hole. And, and all of a sudden at the end of the day, right the night before that last meeting with HR, you get another opportunity out of the blue. So, and now it's postponing something, or perhaps, something isn't fitting in and you're going to do it anyway, but something isn't right. And then something happens and it takes you out of it no matter what, or it changes your course of direction or whatever it may be, And I believe that when we have a psychic energy and we're coming to the table with the world every day and we're in our being and present in our lives, we also have these little weird things. How many of you don't want to do something? I hope Mark's listening because he knows I know many of you carry this, but I definitely do. And I say that with an open heart, when I'm really not ready to do something, it is not going to happen no matter what I do. And I will find things. I don't even do it on purpose. It just occurs. Like the universe gives it to me, whatever it is that it and I know many of you know. And so with that little bit of perfectionism energy out there, it's really, really hard to remember those words. It's progress, not perfection. And so if we can get in that mindset through this Virgo energy, you're going to be so much happier. I'm also, and last week I challenged you to do one thing for yourselves through the new moon and now through this Virgo energy. Serena, you're going to be my witness. I know that. The energy of this Virgo moon, the energy now of this Virgo sun. Now we have Venus and Leo, I believe. We're going to be able to show off a little bit, and it's very, very important that you're able to step into that confidence a little at a time for all of you. But I also challenge you to take something and to work with it in yourselves to really face it, overcome it, or heal it. And I believe this continuing energy is going to take place between now and the rest of the time the sun is in Virgo. There is one thing what is that one thing in your life that happened to you at a specific moment in time, or maybe it's a combination of things, but not too many. I'm asking for one big one that's holding you back from really stepping into maybe your own empowerment, your own source, coming back into a place of your connection with the divine or your higher power, really, really stepping into this moment in time. And so I think with this energy around Virgo, the healing energy, the self-care, the nurturing, I believe that it is so significant and so important that you focus on that one thing that you want to perfect, correct, overcome, rise above, release, let go of, remove. All of these things can happen now, and it has to be one. And so, like getting over Tara, I don't know where you are, but she said it's not scary. I'm not afraid. I've been working on that, right? But then other things have happened in physical reality that are kind of comical. And so I believe we will be able to overcome it all. But it is funny how the universe is like, not quite yet. And so I definitely feel ready to be with all of you. And I'm laughing at the universe. And I know you all have had, how many of you have wanted to do something and every single thing happened that made it impossible until the moment it was possible? And sometimes we know when it's coming. We know what grabbing that timing means, and we know when it's right. Sometimes, no matter how much we push, how many of you are pushing for something, desire something, have a want or need for something so deeply, and know that you deserve it in every way, shape, and form, but it doesn't reach you? How many of you have been going through that? How many of you have known that you have to have that specific person, place, or thing, that you are knowing that it is your time? How many of you are kicking and screaming and you're at that level or you're at that place and it just isn't coming yet? Have you been feeling some of this? Have you been really working with it? Because I have been seeing so many. And how many of you have learned? Becca, where are you? Good morning to you. How many of you have learned, right? It's just not, what if we pushed so hard through these resisting things that we're coming into, up into terms with, or we're sitting here thinking this way? How sometimes Randy just said she thinks it's a rejection and it's a way for direction. How many of us have learned how to surrender what we feel is best for us in the now and really let go for something better to come in? Because in that moment of surrendering, we have to do one other thing that goes hand in hand. And you all know that difficult word that we have and we share. And this is a good time to talk about it during the Virgo season. That moment of trust is so real and so it's almost unfathomable that we can get to this moment of surrender, because with that comes trust, and that trust is so difficult, and the two go hand in hand without question. And I feel like I want to ask you now if you have any stories around letting go of something and it immediately happens. Truly surrendering doesn't really, I love the excuses we make when we say, but I surrendered it. Did you? Did you trust it? Did you believe in your surrender? Did you really, really feel that you did for how long? For 2 minutes? Quelly, I'm coming to you too. I can't wait. How many of you have known what you have to give up in order to create a space for you to bring something better in? Whether it's toxic habit, a toxic energy, a toxic thought process, going back into the past, looking behind you instead of in front of you, learning how to be in the now. Part of our surrender, part of our predictive process about the future, or the prophetic process of the future, of what we can foresee for ourselves and others, has to do with really feeling our now. And when you look at it and when you feel it and you're in the now, you could really look clearly ahead, more so than ever before. And I believe that some of our blocks have to do with looking behind when we're supposed to be in the now. Yes, we understand all that, because everything comes, our past, present, future always come into play. And when we are making big steps, taking big steps, facing change, and all of these other things we do as humans, I really believe that we don't surrender as much as we think we do. And when we do, I think it's a great way to really understand how many things we could bring into our lives that are so much better for us over time. And I believe this is what you're all going to learn how to do now. And I think this season is going to be big for those healings, for those roadblocks being removed, for that self-care and nurturing without feeling guilty, without feeling any kind of fear or shame from the past, and everything else moving forward, and really letting go of some of these things that we want to clutch or hang on to because we're afraid to let go. And so when we say surrender, we don't mean surrender for 2 minutes. Well, I forgot about this person for 30 seconds and he didn't show up, or she didn't show up, or, it's more like forget it. Just let it continue. Patricia said she did it 4 months ago and she's so grateful, and I'm so grateful for you as well. And I know you've been through a lot, and I know, and Michelle says we're living our truth, which I love, and it's very, very true. And so it's funny that Laura just said something, and this is another thing I've been really looking at. I'm going to come and take your questions, starting with Quelly today. I'll be there in 1 second. I have one more thing to say. When Laura is saying, she said she needed to hear it right now, she tried to make a payment for something this weekend, and no matter what it did, it wouldn't go, whatever she did, it wouldn't go through. How, and she understands why it wasn't supposed to. The same thing with buying a property. I had somebody very disappointed over losing a house, and I said, I know another one is meant to be, and sure enough, what a beautiful home was meant to be, 10 times better without sacrifice, without any kind of missing anything, it was just so dead on her personality. It was amazing. And so we have to remember these things. How many of you have thought that one person for years and years, or maybe shorter amount of time than that, one person, you had to have them in your life no matter what? You couldn't understand why you were really meant to live without them, because you were determined to have this person, or you were determined to be in this connection. And so you did all the work and effort, and you put it all out there to hang on to this person when really it was not meant to be. And suddenly you release it, and months or weeks, months or maybe even a couple years, it doesn't matter how long, somebody shows up in your life and shows you why there was no longer meant to be. And every good thing when we're in relationship with other people, when it comes to our self-care, every good thing or negative thing that we learn and grow from in relationship, at the end of the day, turns out to be a good thing. Because I don't think we would be able to appreciate or value certain energies or situations or experiences without learning the negative aspect of life. And so with that being said, I think Virgo, we have to watch our negative self-talk. I think we have to watch some of the energies out there. I think that sometimes we want to leave our home, or we want to move, or we can't, and we don't know why. And suddenly a house or a job or something appears where we're like, okay, this is why, And how many of us, I know I've done this myself, I've pushed things and made them happen and regretted it because I had to go through 6 other steps to get where I was going to go anyway. If I just would have waited a couple more months or weeks or whatever it was. And I'm sure we all learn this over time, And so I'm super grateful that you're all in here. I'm going to come over to Quelly. I had a sense, I'll share this, and come on in and ask me some questions. I'll be going down. We're over here on YouTube, on the chat, or in the chat room together. And Nadine, I would love for you, in the meantime, please go ahead and share what it is that I know you have something exciting coming up. I don't think I had an opportunity to answer, but I am definitely paying attention to that. So can you please share with us, if you care to, about what's coming up in your creative world? And we would love to know. And Quelly, I'm coming to you, Grand Rising to you as well. Good morning. Let's take a peek at you. Well, good afternoon for you. I don't know if you guys are cooling off a little bit over there. I know we had a little tiny bit this week. Feels like it, but it's definitely, September will be well embraced, that's for sure, and every month thereafter. All right, here we go, Quelly. I love that, Mary. She said she stopped hyper-focusing on 2 things a while ago, and she just gave it up. It freed her up. It really does set us free. And whatever it is that you're connecting to, whatever God, when I say the God energy, but the bottom line is, no matter what's happening, we could take the slightest thing during this time, and that one negative thing, say we have even with astrology, I see this all the time, and we love astrology and we embrace it and we use it as a tool, and not a weapon. You know what I mean? And so at there could be 22 positive aspects and one negative aspect. What do we focus on? Where's the fear? We'll find that. We'll find it, you know? And so we have to remember to go above that, because who created the sun, the moon, the stars? We have to remember who that creator is. And so we take it all into consideration, but we definitely love to remember the most important piece, and that's your connection with your higher power. All right, let's take a look. Quelly. So Quelly's daughter is a very magical young lady, and we wanted to see what's going on. There was something going on there, and around my energy, and so we're going to take a look at Quelly and her family and just take a little peek. And so there's some news coming. Now, Quelly, this is something too. I don't know if she's trying for something, going after something important. I want to say maybe education, something like this around this part of her life. Even a position, a job like this, but it looks like education. I feel like team, whatever she's going out for, whatever she's trying for, whatever she, I think the tests are what they're showing me, where even for her, she may think it's one thing, but it's actually something like amazing that's above it. Or perhaps she tests for something and then maybe you think it's going in one direction, but then she goes in another direction that's even way better than you ever expected, this kind of thing. But there's also some really special news coming for her. If she's been waiting for money for school or anything like this, there's something definitely coming. There's some kind of international, I don't know about this, but is she trying to go away somewhere? Or do you know this in the future? Someone's going to offer her this or something like this. There's definitely education around it, and I feel that very strongly. Or some kind of, how do we say, internship, or maybe a semester away kind of thing. I definitely feel this. So I don't know if that makes any sense yet, but I see very, very good news. I do believe between now and November, you'll know everything that I'm saying for her. And I feel really, there's something very, very special and dynamic about her. I also believe there's something else. She may be going for one thing or going after a specific goal that actually turns into a second goal. I don't know if this is happening or not yet, but I really feel this. And then and then I feel like it's going to lead to something even bigger than you all expect. So I hope this makes sense one day soon. And I'm super excited about it. Let me take a look at you real quick all over, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, here we go. I'm just looking for Quelly now to see if there's any. Good morning to everyone. I will have time. Jane, hi. Gail, hi. Good morning, Karen. Quelly, here's what I'm sensing now. I feel like this is the message. Don't be afraid to speak your truth, number one. And if you have a little disagreement with anyone, I do believe that it will be overcome quickly. But I feel that it's more important that you speak. Oh, okay. I'll say this. She just, Quelly shared, she's a little dancer. She could be getting a dance scholarship. I have no doubt. But I also believe she's going to, I don't know if she wants to go international. Like there's something about she won't, I don't know where she is right now. Maybe But if she's domestic, I feel like she's going international. I see her connecting with multi-cultures, and you may be giving her up for a few months somewhere that you don't know about yet. But I definitely like an invite to travel for a semester or something, or and I definitely see a dance scholarship that fits perfectly. So you're going to get some really good news. I don't know how immediate it is, but I'm really excited for her. She's going to go big. And I love that. And then it's going to lead to something else, though. So you may not even know where she's going to go beyond that. Okay. So I love that. Yep. Choreography, all of it. Not even just, I'm sure she's a wonderful dancer, but I also believe outside of that, I don't know if she choreographs her own stuff, but I definitely feel big about that. I feel like she's going to go really all the way. I do. I'm excited about it. Special. I knew she was special. All the kids are special, but there's something you could tell, I think, and I think you have a vibe on this as well. It's hard being the mom. When someone has that little bit of star quality, they're going to do something big in the world. I see a lot of charity around her also. It's really good. I like it. Keep it going. So great. All right. I'm glad for her. It's special. Okay. Now I have zero doubts about that. We'll be like, I'm thinking about like that Paula Abdul kind of energy out, how she was over time and just that kind of energy. So I love it. All right. Now I'm happy you're with us. And then I don't know if you heard that about speaking your truth. And I really feel like strongly about that for you. So if you had a little disagreement with anybody, the more you hold your truth, I think the harder it is with a specific person, or maybe a couple people even. And I won't rule out family members, but I think you can handle yourself, no doubt. And I could see you getting a little, maybe a little temper, sometimes, or speak when you're trying to get a point across. And I love that. I love that. But I think the spirit, the energy is like, don't hold back. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. All right. I'm happy that you're here and thank you. Jane, how are you doing? Karen says she's so ready to give up self-doubt. And really to shine, I'm glad we got that little bit of Leo energy out there to help us overcome some of that. And I definitely feel like it is. She says she doesn't want to wait for others to approve or give permission. And I think that's a really nice feeling also. Tara says she's been told that she's meant to be living where she is because her neighborhood needs her light. I need to let go of moving and embrace my home. It's so important. What usually happens when we embrace the home? And home is important also during this Virgo cycle because we have to feel safe and nurtured in our environment, and we have to feel maybe we want to organize some of the Virgo energy. I like to say, come on, can we do without this right now, please? Organization is very important, and structure as well during this time, and we're getting ready for the season. We're getting ready for the holidays, guys. It's like almost September. It's like, before you know, we're going to have I'm sure some of you are already putting your pumpkins out. Tara, who's out here doing their Halloween stuff yet? But I'm sure another week or two from now, you'll be thinking about it. And so why not? But the bottom line is we're preparing for this new season. So it is a good time to organize and restructure some of our plans for the rest of the year, Goals are big as well right now. Productivity of all, everything that you guys want to do. I think it's a great time to prepare for launch. And I do believe by the time we're in that Libra cycle, we'll see a lot of that. We'll see. And so it's okay to hide out for a little bit longer, but then all of a sudden, I think the doors are going to open for many of you. Let me come back in. Hello, Miss Michelle. Let me just see who. Laura, I'm so happy you're back also. She's been visiting family, and big hugs to you. I'm so excited to be with all of you also. Um, I'm happy you're back. Let me just see what else you said because I think I did see something. Okay, let me check on the money progress. You know what? I see some news coming very, very soon, like any day, that is going to bring you in a new direction. I do believe now September is going to be, they're saying September, October, November, within 2 months, actually, at the very most. So over the next 2 months, you'll be having more streams of income. I believe because you were away. Now, sometimes, and this is very, when we go away or we take a break from what our norm is, and believe me when I tell you guys, I have a difficult time doing this as well. I'm very much a streaming, like I have to stay in the groove, and I know I shouldn't all the time, and you shouldn't either. But I think that when we leave our space and go do something different, like a vacation, a holiday, a break, whatever it may be, it's a little bit at first like, oh, that whole thing kicks in. I shouldn't have went away. I shouldn't have took a break. I shouldn't have done this. I should have, could have, would have they're bad words. But in any case, I think instead you should look at it like it's amazing what shakes out when you do these things, Lara, because when you come back, it may feel a little sticky for a minute, but then things are going to start showing up because you released a lot of that energy that was kind of sticky to begin with. And so that's what I feel for you. So you're going to feel some of that, and I love that. And I feel good about what's coming to you. And Lara, there's something under your nose you're not taking a look at, and I feel like you have to open your eyes a little bit, and it will help you with more streams of income. I see 2 streams of income that want to come to you, and I am literally seeing an image of you. You know how we have our little nighttime eye covers? I literally see you lifting them, and I see 2 avenues of fulfillment for you around financial gain, and I know it's going to happen within the next 2 months. You come back and tell us. I think it's very important, okay? All right, and you come back and share, and I can't wait. So you'll get there, but you have to get your ground back again now. You've been away, things shake out, you come back and you get that safety and security under your feet, and you'll open your eyes, and there you'll be. 2 opportunities waiting for you, okay? Or coming towards you. All right, now, Pamela says, and it's okay to share, I'm sure you're saying it here. It's so true. And it's so true for everyone, not just yourself. But there are things that can occur that definitely get thrown in our way as well. But she says she has nothing to blame. There's nothing or no one that she has to blame and say she's her biggest roadblock. And many times that is the case, Sometimes in our physical world, other people want to come in and throw the monkey wrench, but I definitely hear you, and I know that can be very, very true. And this is a great time to release. I think you need a little day adventure. I don't know why I'm getting this, but you do. I believe that you, even a day away, even like a little adventure somewhere you've never been, maybe even a tea shop or high tea at 4 p.m. or whatever they do, in the world. Something different, something new. Even if you dress up and take yourself out on a date, literally, I'm feeling this for you. And I don't know. I see adventure. And I see more movement in your physical body that looks beautiful, and just feeling more free in your body as well. And I love that. It's a very healthy vibe. I think your intuition is getting very much aligned with what, I don't know. You know what I think? It's something you're going to find a passion through. So something you do in the real, like in your day-to-day life. I really believe you're going to find a passion from it. Like just taking a day escape. It's crazy, but true. Okay. And you come back and let us know. All right. Let me see who's next. Jane, tell me how you are, please. It's so nice to see you today. I'm happy to see you. And let me come to Nadine, who is a bit under the weather. Lynn, welcome. It's so nice to see your brilliant, sparkling light in the room. I love that. Just checking back, the MRI results showed several things, some disc bulges and severe stenosis, I believe it's saying. I look into a treatment plan and it seems to feel like it. Okay, I like it. I like the decompression. I feel good about that. But of course, check with your doctor. I'm not a medical practitioner by any means. And I do love that you're on the right track. I'll say that. And then you'll go from there. I do believe there's one other thing that's going to be also found that they're going to provide for you. That's going to be really good. I'm feeling some kind of stimulation there too. And I do hope that helps. Gail, I can understand that. No doubt about it. Gail says she had weird vibes from the family, and that's acceptable for them, and whatever. You're like, okay, I accept your expressions around whatever topic comes to the table, and I feel like you told your truth, and that's a good thing. And now you have to focus. I want to say back in your lane, stay in your lane, stay forward with it. I love that, and I think you're going to have a really, really good, really nice September for yourself there. Catherine, I'm definitely coming to you. Gail, I feel good about that. Sometimes, I said Virgo was a little persnickety, so I guess we can do that. Sometimes justice, it's not nice for, saying, oh, I know, but every human being, and we're all imperfect humans, I just wish they'd get what they deserve, or I hope justice is served. And sometimes it's served silently, and we don't have to know about it. We just trust by being in our own lane and forgetting about it and letting it go and being okay with whatever it was, learning and growing from what it was we had experience with in those moments, or somebody's done us wrong. We have to really, of course, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be blue. It's okay to, feel betrayed, or all of these negative feelings that we feel. But then it's like, get back in your lane, acknowledge these things. Always know that justice is served in any way, shape, or form that your higher power wants to serve it. It's not up to us. It's not up to you. The universe always takes care of its own. And I think that staying in your own lane is important, because part of surrendering when we are looking for things to happen, I think every human has been there. And if you haven't, step up, because it's very, you're one of a kind. You know what I mean? And because I think how many of you have said, I hope they get what they deserve, or why hasn't that person gotten what they deserve, and how could they get away with this, or all of these statements. Something has come out of somewhere in your little brain, or anybody's brains that mean, they've been hurt, and we say things in these moments. And so getting on with it, staying in our own lane is so important. I think it means so much, and it matters. And I hope this helps, and it's time for you, Gail, to be in that lane, and you have so much goodness ahead, and there's new friends that want to come. There's new people on your path. I could see you skipping down the road, and I love it. Okay. Nadine, laser therapy. There you go. Thank you. I knew there was something else. I appreciate that, and I agree with you. So I love that. Okay. Thank you for all of this, everyone. Jane, I am definitely coming to answer your question. No, it's not weird at all. Oh, he said would it be weird if I ask for your curiosity? If you have any insight. I met a guy a few weeks ago. Gave me his card. Interesting. Let's take a look. Jane, I'll be right there. all of you, I thank you so much for aligning with this and all of your comments. And yes, Lara, I still remember that. And sometimes I don't want to get in my own lane for any of you because I do bring it with me, And I remember everybody who has ever been betrayed or harmed in any way. I definitely know who's who. And I have my own little vibe about it. And you guys know, I wish I can protect you all and put you in a box with a little bow on top and leave you there forever and know that you're safe, happy, warm, and all these other things. But it's also so important that you're out of the box, you're growing, you're strengthening, you're expanding, you're elevating, and all of these things, these ignorant people and toxic people or anyone who comes into our world that we want to release, All right, let me come to Jane real quick and see how she is. And let's just talk. I want to say, okay, he gave me his card. Would it be weird if I ask for your curiosity if you have any? All right, let's take a look. Now, to me, these are the kinds of things that we want to be careful about in a regular day, of course, but there's something about it, right? So curiosity kills the cat. Let's take a look. Here we go. Sometimes people like this show up in our lives to open our mind to something new and different. Oh, yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of healing energy around this person. I'm going to tell you about the person. You're safe, number one, which, I don't feel any. I think the energy that you put out there is definitely strong, and I do feel like there's a healing that needs to be had or should be had out of this. There's a really strong connection. There's a lot of karma. I think this person, and you've been with this person in another time and place. This is what I feel, but there's something divine about it, and there's something meant to be about it that you can explore safely. And when I say safely, everyone, when meeting new people now, especially out in the world, connecting, whatever, please see to it that you always protect yourselves. You know what to do and what not to do. We all have to be bigger grown-ups now in the world because we have to be, more safe than ever. There is something definitely here. It's very interesting. There's a healing energy about it. There's a psychic connection about it. There's something divinely meant to be, and I believe it's a learning experience. But even more than that, it could really bring more. So please keep your eyes and your heart and your soul open to it, and of course carefully. But I pull the star card, and when we pull the star card, there's a connection that was meant to be for our higher learning, our higher purpose, our deep connection. It could be anything from an intimate connection to a mentor, teacher, exchange, a sibling connection, all of these things. And I believe there's a new beginning from this beginning that is definitely going to come to you. And it does indicate a deeply spiritual process, whether it be for you or together. This is spiritually meant to be, and it's a rare. Of course, everything is meant to be when we think about it. Well, of course, but some things are fly by night. Some things are in our physicality. Some things are mentally connection. All the mental aspects. But there's very special circumstances when something is really spot on and aligned, and that grabs us in a very, very deep way. So there's something deep about this, okay? You take your time and you come back and report and share along the way. I believe it's the very beginning of a spiritual process for you that is just out of this world. And I love that, okay? New journey for sure. And you come back and tell us now who's next. Thank you for being with us. I love your little bright light over there. Now, wait, I have to go to Candace. Catherine. Okay, Catherine, you're first. Kat, good morning. I see you. And Jean, good morning. Um, Catherine, okay, here she is. Can I ask for assistance with my dad? COVID has visited with my mom and I. Infected our worry. His dad is about to start the next stage of his cancer journey. Okay, sweetie, let's take a look, okay? Lots of prayers for you and your family as well. All right, I'm trying to isolate your dad so I could really take a look at him without you and your mom here. So far, so good. And you know, this is a pretty let me just check it one other way, okay? So far, so good. That's what I can tell you. Let me just say it this way. I don't feel I have delay like energies that would come through the cards, of course, as you know. I'm not feeling it or seeing it in this format. So let me check another format, okay? And I'm just going to isolate him now and look all over, see how this is. There we go. You know, our health care around the Virgo season is very much up. And so we seem to tend to these things, and it's a great reminder for self care in this way about our health. Whether it's, you know, sometimes we tend to, as humans, avoid certain things that go on. So far, I see good news, lady. All right, sweetie. So far, I honestly, they're not showing me any delay cards. I know he is, you know, I understand his condition is significant and all of that, but I'm not getting that now. So I do think he's going to have more treatment. That's what they're showing. Okay. So I don't see major delay or anything like that. I just see his circumstances are really significant, and my prayers are with you and the family. And I definitely feel again two ways that I trust. So far, no delay. Okay, and you come back. The bottom line is we'll all be thinking about him. We'll all send our love and our prayers. Okay. All right. Yeah, lots of healing too. Let me see this. I can't believe our time is over almost, guys. Michelle, keep focusing on you. I feel very good about it. Your physicality, especially exercise, moving your body, really bringing in. I think you manifest this way. I love that for you. I think it's so important. I really truly believe that when you ask about your love life, but I think it's about loving yourself, and I believe that there is definitely some energy. Yeah, you're going to feel rock solid. I don't know. You're working on yourself at every level and layer, and I definitely feel good about that. And so I hope that helps. I'm happy you're here. I know you're going to move towards it. You have like the magistress energy that I don't say lightly. So you can definitely make it happen. Yes, I love that too. I love your I love that you're manifesting, and I love also, we earn, as women, especially, I think when we earn for ourselves, I definitely feel like, we elevate, we rise above it, we take care of ourselves in certain ways that are really, really important. And so then we manifest more. And I believe that's the cycle you're going in. Okay. All right. I love all this. Yes, we know the healing class. All right, everybody. Totally into that right now. I'm totally into all of you. Thank you so, so much. I love that, Michelle, truly. Catherine, you're wonderful. Please let us know how everything is going. Keep everybody as you know. For some reason, I feel like your mom needs to be occupied, and that helps a lot, if that helps any. And Serena, thanks for being our producer always. Lori, good morning to you. I know, enjoy your show. Everybody, have a great week. I'll see you soon. Okay. Take care. Thanks so much for being with us over at the Intuition Hour. And don't forget to tune in over at 12listen.com for our reading. It is a great time of year to get ready for the autumn season. And we'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody.